Real Housewives of Atlanta. First of all, let me get some birthday shouts out. Um, Jodie Sweden, which is she plays Stephanie Tanner, the middle child on Full House. She turns 38 today. Oh, yes. Um, Let me give a 49th happy birthday shout out to Shawn Waynes. Come on, Shawn. Very handsome. Um, Let me give a 74th happy B-Day shout out to the legendary Dolly Parton. Dolly, working 9 to 5, got to make a living. Let me give a 36 B-Day shouts out to Little Scrappy Child. Little Scrap Child. He's not quite so little anymore. And finally, let me give a happy birthday shout out to Mac Miller. He's no longer with us. He passed away in 2018. He would have been 28. So rest in peace to him. Okay. Real Housewives of Atlanta. I believe it began with Eva. The kids was running around and Eva was laying on the couch. She about to pop any day. She's obviously had the baby in real life. She was talking about how shady Candy is. And she was just like, every time I turn around, Candy's is shady. Excuse me. Candy is shady and she's doing all this stuff and yada yada. I'm just like, yeah, Eva, but you say a lot of screwed up things that you can never seem to remember. So, I mean, this is the second time Candy, and Candy is messy. Candy likes mess. Candy throws rocks and then sit back and act like she ain't did nothing and sit back and laugh at it. She does do that. So now you know, because this is the second time she done did it, you said. So now you know that this is the way that she is. And so, now you know how to handle her accordingly, Eva. And she was also talking about how she wanted to change her daughter's last name to Sterling, which is her husband's last name and her last name and the two boys, but not the little girl, because the little girl is by Kevin McCall. And she keeps using these words like sperm donor and all this other kind of stuff. To people who don't know the situation, they probably don't know who Kevin McCall is. But those of us that know, we know exactly who Kevin McCall is. We know exactly who Marley's biological father is. But Marley don't know, or at least she don't remember because she was so small. She don't even remember, Kevin McCall like that. So, long story short, they was able to switch her last name to Sterling, and she says now that they're going to work on the full adoption of her husband fully adopting Marley. So that's very sweet. That's good. Whatever. I'm not going to judge their relationship because I wasn't in it. So we're just going to move on. But congratulations to Eve on that. Let me see. It's so funny. Whenever I see Marlo and they be giving her those 2-second confessionals, it's hilarious. I be like, first you see it, then you don't. It's like a deer. You blink and they're gone. I say, damn, Marlo, child, they ain't give you number 2 seconds of time. Let me see. Oh, Tanya and Portia was on Watch What Happens Live. They questioned Portia on the recent picture of Dennis being spotted out with 4 women. And she said she don't know. She was just acting real nonchalant. It was just like, well, do you trust him? Are you happy? She was just like, we working on it. I don't know. She's probably embarrassed. Whether Dennis was doing anything or not, apparently the people that took the picture or that was recording Dennis said that they were like flirting with him. So I don't know. After you confessing your love for the second time to Portia, after you getting re-engaged to Portia on national television, for you to be caught in that position, knowing that everybody got phones these days, like how crazy are you? So Portia, she just said she's working on the relationship, and I don't have any kids, don't want any anytime soon, and I'm not married. I probably don't want to be married either. We'll see, but it's just a little insane. What was I gonna say? God, my mind just went blank that quick. I was gonna say, I'm just speaking. I'm not in the situation, and like I said, don't have kids, never been married. So I'm just gonna speak how I would think that I would handle this situation. When people say that they're staying in relationships, for the kids, it's just like, well, why? I understand, A, it might probably be cheaper, and B, just for the kids, but you're living a lie. It's fake. You're portraying this fake image of a happy family when neither one of y'all are happy. And do you not think that unhappiness is not going to come out at some point? Y'all probably going to get into the worst arguments ever, and the kids going to be upset and crying and stuff because mom and daddy showing out and acting a fool anyway. So, why live up this fantasy of trying to be a quote unquote happy family when you're not really happy? You have your life to live too. If you feel the need to, put the kids in therapy and go on about your business. But it's just crazy to me. I feel like Pilar is the reason why Portia is trying to work this whole thing out with Dennis. When it's crazy. Like how many situations does he have to put you through? Dennis should be happy that you even looked at him, Portia. And I'm just like, it's a shame that it seems like she just wants love and the whole happy relationship so bad. And maybe her mom is pressuring her, I don't know. But it's so silly. It really is. I don't know. I'm not saying he cheated, but it looked like it. But even if he wasn't, you just got your woman back, so why would you be caught in this position out in public with 4 other women? Were they prostitutes? I don't know. But I talked about it a little bit more in Chalaki Thoughts, Portia and Nene, whatever I said. So look at the video. I think 2 videos from this one probably. Yes, child. But just a mess. And they also brought up Tanya saying that she don't believe that Kenya was telling the truth, and she don't believe the cookie lady, that her husband allegedly tried to hit on the cookie lady. She says she don't believe it, and that's fine, Tanya. Stick with that. He could be telling the truth. He could not be. Who knows? But he does roll with Dennis, so we're gonna move on from that. Birds of a feather. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so the ladies, they go to the massage parlor they went to years ago and showed out, acted a fool. But I think they've had new associates since then. So I don't think they remembered them. It was 6 years ago when they were on there acting a fool. And Tanya and Portia's really gotten close. That's interesting. Let me see. Oh. Another thing I want to talk about on Watch What Happens Live. They briefly went over Giovanna, and Portia was just like, "Oh, we don't care about her no more. We don't, know Giovanna and stuff." And Giovanna should have took more of a Tanya's approach, being very neutral and not being in the mess. She was too much in Nene's ass, and she had too much mouth, and she just came in the circle wrong. But do I necessarily feel like they should have came at her as hard as they did? No, I don't. When allegedly is that Giovanna is not even the one that recorded Cynthia, and they still don't have legit proof that she actually recorded Cynthia. So I don't know if Giovanna's going to be at the reunion. Hopefully she is, just for the tea. But we're gonna see. I felt a little bad for some reason. I really do. Not that I want Giovanna to become a housewife. I don't. But Yeah, it was just I don't like to see anybody get ganged up on unless it's for a real legit reason. And like I said, this was for a reason, but they did not have concrete proof, in my opinion. But we're gonna move on, and the B Scott says that Nene did it herself. So hey, and Nene, I don't talk to the bloggers. I don't know the bloggers. And every time they talk about something on the blogs or some tea, they showing B Scott's blog. Love B Scott. So shouts out to B Scott. He making us going. Keep talking about him, child. Okay, let me see. So, Candy, she was sitting down trying to act like she don't know nothing when everybody knew that Kenya was talking about Tanya's husband. And is it her husband? Or boyfriend? I don't know. Let's talk about Tanya's man. And she, Candy was just sitting up there and like she don't know what's going on as usual. And so Tanya, she was just like, yeah, I actually have some tea on Kenya. So it was just like, girl, you got some tea on Kenya? What's the tea that you got on Kenya? And she was just like, well, she told me to go in her room and get the bag that she left, and so I got it. And then, it was a closed bag, it was a package, and, I couldn't take it across the border. So then I opened it, and guess what was in the package? A phone charger and a wig. The glitches with this camera is giving. This is exact my reaction. Now see, it ain't gonna glitch when I want it to glitch. I say, okay, but I guess it was a big deal because Kenya brags, oh, this is her natural hair all the time. This is her real hair, y'all. And Kenya does have very long, beautiful hair. She does. But I guess this time, and a couple of other times, sometimes she felt like wearing wigs and weaves like everybody else. But I guess if Kenya didn't make such a big deal about her hair, this wouldn't be an issue. But I was like, Tanya, this is the tea. A phone charger and a wig. That's the tea you had on Kenya? Out of all the tea. Am I the only one who was like, what the hell? What? I'm watching this blind date show on Bravo. I don't know what this is I'm looking at, but anyway. I was like, Tanya, is that all you got on Kenya? And she was like, yeah. And she was like, that's all I have. And I was like, oh, okay. That's interesting. So anyway, we found out that Cynthia had talked to Tanya, but didn't tell Kenya or the rest of the girls about it. That apparently she had already told Tanya that Kenya had the tea on her about her husband possibly trying to get with the cookie lady. So I was like, Lord, and Kenya don't know that, so Cynthia probably gonna get hit upside the head with something. So let me see. Kenya, Candy, and Cynthia had a sit down at this really nice restaurant, and Candy revealed that Tanya tried to come for her because it was Portia, Marlo, Tanya, and Candy, at the spa, and tried to come for her with the whole wig thing and all that. And Kenya took it overboard. She got upset in true Kenya fashion. She was just like, and talking about the whole IBF situation. I guess Tanya was trying to, go through that or get more knowledge on it. And Kenya was talking to her about it, and Kenya was just like, I've been trying to help her out with that whole situation and give her information. Like, I never tried to, be nasty with her in that kind of way. In which I feel like that's true, because it wasn't on camera. I feel like Kenya probably amps it up and switches it up a little bit on camera. But I feel like behind the scenes, I could be wrong, but I feel like behind the scenes, Kenya Moore is, or has the potential to be a genuine individual. and she have been through that before. It was very difficult for her to get pregnant. So when she was talking to Tanya, so Kenya was talking to Tanya about the whole thing, and Tanya was just like, no, that's not true. And so Candy told Kenya, and Kenya, she said she got something for Tanya's ass. And I was just like, oh Lord, here we go. This is all Kenya needs. This is what Kenya lives for, because she's trying to get that number one spot, check wise, back on the show. So I don't know. I wonder how the seating arrangement is going to be, y'all. I wonder. Oh, it's crazy. Let me see what else is going on. There was a scene with Lauren, Portia's sister, and Portia's mama. And Portia, she took the little baby over to the house. I thought when she first opened the door that was Kim Zolciak, but that was Portia's mama. And Portia and Dennis feel like it's a good idea, more so Portia, feel like it's a good idea for Dennis to apologize to Miss Diane and Lauren for his infidelities. I get it. I guess. But I mean, what does it mean? And he went right back out there and did it, allegedly. Again. So, anyway, they had a scene at the end where it was Dennis and Portia and Pilar first, and then they was talking. It was just like, oh yeah, so my mama and sister getting ready to come over. He was like, okay, and he was like, well, also my mama getting ready to come over. You know, Miss Gina, who's she's never really been the most fond of Portia. She's not the most likable individual, and but these mamas, and they sons, they kill me. They sons just be the biggest of whores, just whatever, and but that's my son. All right. So Dennis did not tell Portia that Miss Gina was coming over, Miss Gina, and so she was a little irritated by that. And I was just like, well, Portia, you can't get mad if he gonna have two people coming down on him, your sister and your mama. He need backup too. So hey, so they all arrived and stuff. It's been a while since they all met up and stuff. I guess they see the baby, the grandmothers and stuff. But that's about it. They haven't seen each other. So Gina gets up and fixed Pilar a bottle, and then therefore just left talking, and they was just really disappointed in Dennis. Dennis feels like it's not right that he can't contact Diane or Lauren when they're watching Pilar, because he's blocked on their phones and stuff. He was just like, that's just crazy, and which I do understand that on a parent level. But I mean, they're all invested in this whole relationship. With them, they're it would probably be different if it was men, but they're Portia's super duper close to her sister and her mom. And so, they just want the best for each other, I guess, and, yada to the yada. But, he apologized. He had that one tear fall down his eyes. And, that was it. That was the episode. And, but allegedly he crying and all in therapy and stuff, and he's still out there cheating. So, allegedly. So, what does it matter? So that was the episode, and I told y'all what Portia said on Watch What Happens Live. She's not giving up any information, whether she's with Dennis or not. I feel like she's probably confused. She's probably trying to get all the information, whether it's true or not, whether he was actually cheating with the girls, the 4 girls, or she's just embarrassed and don't want to talk about it after taking him back for the second time, and him shitting on her for the second time. So I don't know. I guess everything will unfold. It's a lot more to come from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. They're going on another trip to Greece, and this is when we actually are going to see Nene Hawk up, spit like a llama, and apparently she attempted to spit on Kenya, but she didn't actually spit on Kenya. I don't know. I guess I'll judge it when I see it, child. Let me see. Is there anything else? I think that's it, y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about this episode and everything. And with that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at IsKingsWorld on Instagram and Twitter. At IsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat. Chesking on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. Oh, one more thing. So I was just on YouTube just listening to music, and I had no idea about this channel, Black Music Honors. Apparently that I was it was just, recommended, and so I clicked on it and I was just like, oh my gosh, all like the black music that you love from growing up and everything, these are the people that are being honored, and the people that are honoring them are amazing singers and hip hop artists and everything. And so I was just watching. I was just like, oh my gosh, Black Honors 2019. It's like I said, it's been there for 4 years. It's not televised, I don't think. It's one of those secret, like, hidden gems of just, they people on here that was being honored was Escape and Yolanda Adams and Tamia. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I love it. These people never get honored at, like, the big award shows, not even at the BET Awards. So I was just like, I love these kind of shows where it's music that we grew up on, our music, the good R&B and soul music that we love, gospel music, hip hop, So I just wanted to show you guys that. It's called, the channel is Black Music Honors. And so yeah, y'all get on there and reminisce and just watch people being honored and get your life. Okay. Stay black, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys later.